Yay, yay, both are happening. Hi, friends.
One.
Welcome to Fear Street.
This is Fierce and Fear Street.
The fiercest. So we decided to go live while we test some things out. Feel free to drop us some comments, some questions. But we're going to talk a little bit about our upcoming holiday and how you can spend a Halloween on Fear Street with us.
We're going to explain how you can have the fiercest Halloween ever.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be so fierce, we're going to forget we're at home.
We're going to fierce so much that we're fierced out by the fierceness.
I'm already fierce thinking about it.
All right, well, yeah, we've got some really fun things planned. So make sure if you have any questions, just comment them down. I'm assuming it's below. I think it's below. You should. I've watched enough of these videos. I should know this by now. But there is just like in the classic movie Scream, there is about a 10-second delay. The amount of time it took us to run from the house to the van. So if you do comment in the last 10 or so seconds of the video, we will get back to we'll give you your answer in comment form, so it won't be on the video. But yeah. So Sheree, do you want to talk a little bit about the movies we have planned?
Yes. So on this lovely weekend of October 30th through November 1st, you'll check in with us for live recordings of our podcasts. And what we're going to do this week is we're going to drop you the list of tentative movies so you can make plans to get in your watch parties and groups. Or if you have DVDs, I don't know your life. So you can watch them at your leisure so you don't roll in for a spoiler-filled episode of our podcast for these movies.
Right. And we do need to stress that we're not live broadcasting the films because we're poor.
Help us. We're poor.
And we're not paying those royalty fees. No, but we're all watching them separately and then coming back together to comment and talk and chit chat and all that good stuff.
And we already have so many guests lined up. A lot of them you know and love, and a lot of them were coming up anyways. And a lot of them volunteered to have theirs be part of this live weekend just because it's Halloween. We're all entitled to a good scare. Yeah.
It is a good time.
It is. Tis. So I guess we should tell them about some of the movies. Should we tell them about some of the movies, Trent?
Excited for like all of them.
Same. Should we tell them that we're going to kick it off with The Craft Legacy on Hulu?
Boom.
At 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on October 30th? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what you're hearing telepathically. Because you got that that ESPN, you know.
That ESPN.
But no, yeah, we're doing our first film of the Halloween weekend celebration will be The Craft Legacy. If you're not aware, that is the reboot of The Craft. People have been saying it's a remake. It's really more of a reboot because it's not pretending like the first movie didn't happen. It's just in the future with 4 different girls, and we'll see the shenanigans they get into. We'll also see if it's as problematic as the first one.
It can't be. I will be crying in our recording if it is. Let me tell you that right now. But that drops October 28th. So if you are like most of our audience who will be working right up until time to get home and get ready for this, you can watch it ahead of time. And that way you have no spoilers to worry about because we all hate a spoiler.
All right. What else do we got going on?
Are we also going to let them pick 3 of the movies?
That sounds like a good idea.
I think it does.
Sounds like a fierce idea. Let me rephrase that.
Right? The fiercest. And should we keep the last one they pick open until the movie before that one? So we can tell them live what the last choice will be and then go watch it and get back to them Sunday, November 1st.
I think that's the fiercest of all the fiercest ideas I've ever heard.
Oh, there's so much fierceness happening. I don't know if I can take it all. I don't know.
But yeah, so we've got 3 slots in our festival of horror films that will be chosen by you, our listeners. And those will be coming at you on all of our social media. So make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Yeah, and there are going to be different surveys that we're going to have you take. And then what you say goes. We're going to give you 3 options per category or per section. So you have a lot of say in what films we watch.
Yay. Isn't that fun to pick what we're going to be talking about? Oh my God, I just checked to see who our live friends are. Hi, everybody. I see you. I see names. I'm not just playing like Words with Friends. I was checking our Facebook to see if we had questions.
Yeah, so that's going to be really fun. What kind of torture do you want to put us through? Is it good torture that we like that movie, or bad torture and you want to listen to us complain about the movie?
You know what happens when we don't like the movie? Stanley Kubrick is an asshole. We won't have time for a 2-hour manifesto, but we will make time. Need be.
Yes. Yeah. Anything else we want to announce early, Shireen?
I don't think so. I think that's all the good stuff.
Keep watching for more announcements from us, because we do have. Let's go ahead and tell them how many movies we're doing, because that gives them an idea of like the scope of our plans. We got big plans, y'all. Big.
All the plans. We have so many plans. So what we're going to do, I just opened up the wrong document and we're live. So that's semi-embarrassing if I had shame.
You don't have shame.
I don't. It's not one of the skills I was ever taught. Let me find where I hit our schedule. Here we go. So we have 2 movies, October 30th. One of which is The Craft Legacy, and the other one will be your pick, and you'll be able to vote this week. And then Saturday, because it's the whole day, we're going to do 3 movies and an audience pick, which you also will be picking the week after this one. And then that Sunday, we're going to give you another 2 movies and another audience pick. So altogether, that's 9 movies. And like we said, the one Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, that's the one you'll be picking while we're still going live that weekend of Halloween. So you can roll in that Friday, Saturday, even Sunday morning and be like, I've made a decision. I want them to do this. And the masses will tell us what to watch.
Yeah, so make sure you stay up to date, like I said, on all of our social media, and more announcements of those 9 films. So you already know 1. And you know that 3 of them are going to be your choices. So there's 5 more films that we have to announce.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be so many surprises. We don't even know all the surprises because, like I said, we invited our friends, and aside from 2 specific instances, told them to pop in whenever. They're going to get a link and surprise us. We could be mid-rant and be like, oh my God, it's Crystal!
Michael Myers might show up. You never know. You
can't stop him.
So can. All right. Well, do we have any questions, Shireen? You want to check real quick before we jump off here?
I'm not seeing any questions. Oh, we have a suggestion for a movie we forgot from Dr. Teddy. Dr. Teddy says we need to put Blood Night on one of those surveys. I don't even know that one. I need to look into that.
We will look into that and we will get back to you.
Right? Because now that I know it's out there, I need it.
Yes. Well, and and I just want to preface this that we still have a ton of films that we're planning on doing in our main season, in our shows. So if we don't cover it on the Halloween, don't think that we're completely disregarding it, because we're already planning season 2. So
it's going to be fierce as well. Speaking of season 2, and while we're live, should we just go ahead and reiterate that if you have an idea for a movie or if you want to be on the podcast, you should email us or message us, because season 2's guest list is already getting full. Much like this one, it was like, does anybody? And then it was done. And
it's crowded over here on Fierce Street,
Right? All these neighbors.
But yeah, you can email us at a nightmareonfiercestreet@gmail.com. And let us know, if you have a movie that you would like us to talk about, or B, if you want to be on the show and talk about said movie that you want us to talk about. So yeah, we're looking forward to expand, not only watching movies that we both love and have seen hundreds and hundreds of times, and also seeing new movies that neither of us have seen, or maybe I haven't seen, or Sheree hasn't seen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, like our audience led me to An Autopsy of Jane Doe, which I'd never seen before. It was terrifying. I needed more warnings. It was horrifying, and I loved it.
I will watch at nighttime. That's a daytime horror movie.
Oh, it's a breakfast, before breakfast, actually, because you don't want to eat while you watch it. But that and Metamorphosis came from like our audience just being like, you asked for a horror movie, I'm going to give you one. And I love it. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. Anything else we want to talk about before we run away?
I think that's all the fierce news for this weekend.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us on this lovely Sunday evening on this live Facebook event. Make sure you stay fierce this week and get ready for some Halloween.
Bye.
I stopped the live stream.